Okay, it's a pleasure having you here today again. How are you doing? I trust you are doing good. How is the market treating you? Always ensure to minimize your losses by using the proper lot size, the proper volume based on your account balance, and also ensure that you have a stop loss in place. If you notice, this is something that we normally say over and over again. Ensure that your stop loss is in place, but not just having your stop loss in place, you need to know where to set your stop loss. That's what we're going to be talking about now. How to set the stop loss in your trading. This is an issue that traders are having today. They place a trade and then they have stop loss issue with respect to setting it anyhow. It might be too tight. They get knocked out. The trade moves in their favor. And then before you know, they're not there. And then they say, oh, that should have been profit for me. And as a result of that, they stop using stop loss. And you stop using stop loss, that loss can easily become a major loss that can even wipe out the whole account. So I want to quickly explain to you in this video how to set your stop loss, where to set your stop loss. Now, you know something, when you buy, right? Because in this situation here, on this chart here, you look very well. The first thing that jumps at us is the trend. It's an uptrend. So I personally will be looking forward to buying. And then we had here as a former resistance, which broke out and then came back and then acted as support over here. As it acted as support here, this is actually the area we want to talk about now. I want to explain something here that would help you to understand better how to set the stop loss, right? So now look at this now. This is the area where you would have entered to buy. Yes, indeed. The area, we are calling it an area or zone or level for a reason. It is not a horizontal line, it's not a price point, but an area. And because it's an area, you should know the area to set your stop loss. At times, you would enter based on this candle, whether it's your trigger or not, I don't know. Or you could enter based on this other candle, and then before you know it, your stop loss is here. And you can see this wick over here. If first of all went down, it should have knocked you out for a loss and then moved up without you. And then you would have been angry that it seems the broker is watching me. A lot of people normally say that, but trust me, the broker is not watching you. You are the one that is not setting your stop loss properly. And I'm going to give you some ideas now on how to go about this. Now, look at it this way. When this happens, take note of them and then ask yourself, where would you have set the stop loss that it will not have gotten knocked out? This is it. You enter over here, right? And if you're going to set a stop loss here, maybe it is 15 or 20 pips or whatever, first things first, I normally say add a buffer. Add a buffer. What does that mean? Add something extra just to ensure that a whipsaw like this, or whatever the case might be, could still give you some leverage, some room, right? You could have it draw down, but it doesn't knock you out, and then it goes in your favor. That's number one. So at times, if you're going to use like a 20 pip stop loss, if you're going to use like a 20 pip stop loss, why not use 25, right? Or why not even use 30? You use something that you add extra and then you pay attention to the candle, right, that breaches this area. If it closes below, then it might as well be time to go out of the market manually if it does not hit your stop loss. Remember, you're using a buffer. But then if it rushes back up like this and your original stop loss was here, you can now move it here, right? So this is one way to do it based on buffer, buffer. Another way to do it, remember your entry is here at this area. You could set it at the next significant lows over here. You can see this is a low, this is a valley. So if you set it over here, this is where your stop loss will be. And as you can see, it did not get there, got to this point and then pushed higher. You might be looking at this might be a bit too far for you, but also take note of this. You can set it here, but pay attention to what happens in this area. If you notice that it is closing below this region, then you can close it manually because your stop loss is here to protect you. But on that same candle that went down, it closed higher. As it closed higher, you can now easily move your stop loss to here, right? So there's a way that you can do it that can help you to still be in the business, right? So you're not having unnecessary losses and then you see the trade go in your favor and then you are angry, you're not happy with the market, you are blaming the broker. You know, traders today, they blame everybody apart from themselves. So we're looking at this here in this video for today on where to set a stop loss, how to apply the stop loss. So it should hopefully help you in setting this the proper way. I'll tell you this now, where the market is, here is an area of resistance. So if it comes back to this place here for you to buy and then push higher, make sure you're setting your stop loss at the right place. You enter here, you can easily now set your stop loss below here, or you can do your buffer. If you're using below the candle that you used to trigger, below that candle, add your buffer. You could add like a 5 pips buffer. This 5 pips buffer, by the way, is going to take care of the spread. Going to take care of the spread as well. So this is something that we need to understand and we need to apply. Once you apply this, take note, use your journal, take note of the outcome when you do things like this. And then you'll notice that it is protecting you even the more. This will now build more confidence in what you are doing. So we mentioned like two major things: adding a buffer, number one, or setting stop loss at the next valley. That is when you are buying. Like over here, this is a new valley, which is almost here. You can set it below here just in case the price comes back. If you set it below this one, this is too tight. You set it below here and then watch what happens, right? You can't even set it here. You know why? This is the same area where you're going to be entering. It's only when it has moved in your favor that you can move your stop loss to your entry or break even move it higher and lock in profit, move it higher. When the trade moves in your favor, keep on moving your stop loss higher, 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 and so on. That's called trailing stop. And if you want to know how to go about the trailing stop, we have a video already that would explain to you how to apply the trailing stop trade management technique. Yes, so from me to you, I want to say thank you for joining us today for this video where we talked about the stop loss and the proper place or places to set the stop loss. Hopefully you apply this and then it helps your trading to cross over to catapult to the next level. Thank you guys. Do enjoy the rest of the day. Trade safely, use your stop loss, don't forget, and apply the proper risk management based on your account balance. Thank you guys, and goodbye for now. Cheers.